Hey mates, it's Evgeny. I'm from Belarus, small country between Russia and Ukraine. So, talking with my friends from US and Great Britain, I found that we have such a big cultural gap. I mean, there are so many things that are usual for us and that are weird for them and vice versa. So today I'm going to talk with you about some differences in our culture. So we'll not talk about such things as politics and political courses of our countries, just the regular things, just a common everyday thing you'll find if you come to Belarus, Russia, Ukraine or Kazakhstan or any other post-Soviet Union country. So you'll find such thing if you come as a tourist to these countries. So number one, not taking off your shoes when you come home. I remember myself being a schoolboy and watching Hollywood movies and watching the guy come home from school or from university and going directly to his room or straight to the dinner table without taking off his shoes. It looked so weird for me. I always thought my mom would kill me if I did like that. In Russia, in Ukraine and Belarus, you should always take off your shoes. You know, it's perceived like a good manner. So if you don't do that, almost always you'll be misunderstood. As I said, it looks like you show respect to him. You don't want to bring the dirt from outside to his house, so you try to keep his house clean. It's just in our culture, I forgot the word. And my stupid friend is laughing because of my accent. In fact, I'm trying to speak with RP accent, so British English. I know I neither speak with American accent nor British, and it sounds very silly, and my friend is laughing. Come here. Like a virgin. He doesn't want to go. In fact, it's our first experience of shooting video. Okay, number two, tipping. I've heard that so many times from my friends who were in US that you have absolutely different approach for tipping. I mean, leaving money after being in a bar or in a restaurant. So I think the situation is a bit different in Britain, but in US it's completely different from Russia and Belarus. I know that you're kind of obliged to leave about 20% after being in a bar. So a lot of my friends were confused because they did not have enough money to leave. Sometimes they found that tips were included in their check. So situation here is really different. You're not obliged to leave money if you don't like your service. Of course everyone leaves, but I think most people leave something about 10% of their check. I know that if you will not leave enough money for the waiter in the US, it's a kind of, you like ruin someone's day. So I know that you have the whole industry of tipping jobs or something like that. I don't know how exactly they are called. People get the job and they know that most of their income will come from tips. Maybe I'm not right, just write in the comments below. So the situation here is really different. Of course, it will look good if you leave tips, but you don't like the service, you cannot leave and everything's okay. If you come to a cafe with your friends and took a cup of tea and croissants and the check is like $4.45, you can leave just $5 and everything will be okay. You can leave just the amount of money you can afford. So it's not like a rule here. And I've been said that it's like a rule in US. Next thing is patriotism, or it's better to say, I think, over-patriotism. It looks like you have flags of your country everywhere, in each house, each flat, each apartment, each office. And I had one such a cool story about American patriotism. So one of my friends went to a vacation with his girlfriend to US and they went to a basketball match and the anthem began and he stood up with the crowd and he put his hand on his heart and he even moved his lips, enchanted there. So he doesn't even speak English. So now we mock him with this story and it's really very funny. We always remember that and tell him about, let's sing American anthem. By the way, guys, it's really not an easy thing for me to explain my thoughts and feelings in English. I know I sound ridiculous. Please don't laugh too much because of my accent. I feel like my saliva spill out of my mouth when I'm trying to make an accent. Okay, guys, so it doesn't mean that we don't proud our country, but I think a lot of people even don't know the words of our anthem, and it's okay. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that if you don't have a flag of your country, that you don't love your country. I think it's even you're not allowed to put out the flag from your window. You can be asked by the policeman, do you have the approval local government institution to put your flag outside. So I think it's something like that. Clothes, I mean apparel, so your outfit. We have absolutely different approach to that. So when I've heard from girl, maybe she's woman, Linda, is she girl or she's woman? She's something around 40, so I think she's from a girl. So I've been told that if you look a girl with a makeup and a high heels in US, just in the middle of the day, she's Russian. She told me that. So if you see a girl like that, she's Russian for sure. I've heard from a lot of guys who came here, people look here differently. I know that the main issue, if you choose clothes in US, is comfort. I think it's really not so here. Most guys and girls especially don't put comfort on the first place. One more thing about clothes is that we haven't passed yet that long path from having nothing to have something. So I mean from the clubs of USSR to nowadays, and people still compensate. So most time I think they buy things they don't really need. Another thing is small talks. I know that in US it's very popular and it's just in your culture, just in your nature to talk with the strange people you don't know just about the weather, what's the weather is like, how are you, what are you doing, just waiting in a line or just waiting for a bus or someone. But talking about small talks, I think you will look a bit strange here if you talk with people on the bus stop just about regular things. If you talk with unknown women, you'll be perceived a kind of strange. At least it will look like you want to pick up her. But anyway, I think it's good. People in US are more open. Here I think maybe we have a cold climate in winter, maybe we have different economic situations, but people are more close. I know you have districts in all the cities where you are not allowed to go. For example, if you're a white guy, you should not go to that district and you can be beaten. So if you're a black guy, you should not go there. The situation here is really different. You can go anywhere, of course, near the plants or factories where live not rich people. Maybe even they're drunk in the evening, they can ask you silly questions, you are getting annoyed of that, you can have conflict, but it's like anywhere in the world. In US, I know for sure, in New York you are not allowed to go in some districts, because if you're a white guy, you can have problems there, you can be robbed, and I think that in all major cities you have such a problem. Let's talk a bit about stereotypes. All Russians drink vodka every day. One. No, absolutely not so. Yes, either they have a vacation or a holiday, they can drink a big amount, but they don't drink too much, and each day you will not meet people at the streets with a bottle of vodka. It's just a stereotype. Number two, I think Russian fur hats, such a big fur hats. So yes, maybe years ago it was a fashion because winters are cold and you should wear them if you want your head to be safe. And it was a kind of Soviet fashion, but now it's just like a joke. Forget about that. And forget about bears at the streets. You will not meet bears here. Sometimes dogs, maybe cats, yeah, but no bears. All Russians, and guys, when I'm talking about Russians and I say Russians, because I think most of you perceive all former Soviet Union countries as Russian. I think all of us for you are Russians, so in fact I am Belarusian, I'm proud of it, I'm a Belarusian guy. To make things easier for you, I say Russians. So all Russians are communists and they hate America and they hate Europe and they hate Britain. It's not so. All young boys and girls, old people of 30 and 40 years old, understand everything. I think it's like in US, it's a big indoctrination from news, from TV channels. Most people understand, even 60 plus and 70 plus, that we are bumped with our heads by the politicians. We understand that people there have same problems, they have same lives, they have same interests. If you come here, you'll be treated well and you'll be welcome. So don't listen to TV channels and TV announcers too much. No one wants to hurt you here. Let's talk about stereotypes from our side. So all Brits are arrogant, and they always laugh at Americans on their accents, on their way of speaking, on their behavior. I don't know if it's true or not, just leave it in the comments below. Big stereotype is that all Americans are cowboys. They're obsessed with cows and all that cowboy stuff with their heads. I think you even can be called, if you come here as a term, hey cowboy. If we imagine a party in American style, for sure it will be a party like cowboys and cowgirls and stuff like that. Guys, thanks for watching. It was really a big deal for me not to feel shy, because I know that I look like a complete crap in a frame, so I sound silly and ridiculous and my accent is a complete... So I hope it was interesting for you. So I'll try to make some more episodes about just everyday life here in Belarus and in Russia and show our differences. So I will not make videos too often. Put a notification bell. I think I'll upload videos once in 2 weeks. They will be very short. I think something about 10 minutes. So let's keep in touch.